What's up, guys? Welcome to my channel. You are watching the fourth episode of Unfaithful. This is my second gameplay of the series. If you have watched the short I posted a couple of days ago, Buck and Stasis have rekindled. Just to give you a recap of what happened, Buck stepped out on Stasis after a heated argument and was gone for the entire day. He came home at a very late time and Stasis was not happy. However, Buck pleaded big and did a lot of convincing to prove his innocence as a loyal and faithful husband to her. He claimed that he was just getting some fresh air and he wants to work on his marriage. He loves his wife and he wants this marriage to work. And he would do whatever it takes to make this marriage work. And kudos to Buck. This man is really good at persuading. He must have graduated college with a degree in communications because this man always get his way. He find the right words and it works every single time. The women fall for it. But anyways, Stasis forgave him and they kissed and made up. Actually, they made out. Let me correct myself. They made out and had a beautiful romantic night with one another. And here we are with a new day. They both are matching. They're wearing purple. They both are feeling moved after making up after a conflict. So, this is a beautiful way to start their day. I also want to mention that they both have been going to marriage counseling, which is a really good stepping stone towards a good friendship, better communication, building trust, and so forth. So I'm glad that they're doing whatever it takes to work on their marriage. Obviously, they still love one another and they want the best for each other and they want this marriage. They want this marriage to work. So I hope they continue to seek that and do whatever it takes to build that foundation again that they once had before all this drama. Okay, so Buck is feeling joyful and Stasis is over here rocking to some music. Let's start their romantic morning with a hug and a kiss. Especially after last night. Oh, it was hot, okay? So let's keep that hotness going. And oh, no, this bitch did not call outside of business hours. Are you out of your mind, Natasha? I told y'all in the last gameplay that Natasha stalks Buck unconditionally out of control. Constant calls and text messages all day. Like this bitch does not have no respect. And this is exactly why she's in the position that she's in. You're just a side piece, okay? It's not even about you today. Today is about Buck and Stasis. I have so much planned for them today, and Natasha is not going to be part of the equation. She was the equation in the last episode. Natasha, you're going to have to sit back and relax and just wait your turn, okay? So I have Buck and Stasis being romantic with one another. Let's read their inner thoughts. So Stasis' inner mind reads, I never imagined my heart would stop for us, but it feels so right. And Buck Inner Thoughts reads, well, that was unexpected. A little stasis, huh? Maybe I should ask about it later. Buck is feeling really freaky right now, and Stasis is feeling very positive about their relationship. So, this is a really good way to start their morning. They are feeling very love struck towards one another. I shall have them have a little fun in the bedroom, but since they had their fun last night, we're going to save that for later tonight. I'm thinking of Buck asking Stasis out on a date. They haven't been on a date in a while, and there are other forms of intimacy beyond the bedroom. Although Buck values pleasure, I don't want that to be the main or important core of their relationship moving forward. I want Buck to show love and affection in a mental, emotional, and spiritual way. So, what we're going to work on is finding ways to enjoy each other's company outside of the bedroom. That is the goal. Okay, so I'm thinking of a movie date followed by a romantic dinner, candlelit dinner at home. Buck could Stasis a really great meal from the heart. I know this sounds small, guys, but these two have a lot of work to do. Remember, they were on the edge of getting a divorce. And let me keep it 100 with you. I had to restart this file a couple of times because they had gotten a divorce behind my back without my consent. They did it a couple of times, and I was not happy about that. So I said, you know what? This time I load this file, I'm going to focus on them and work on their marriage because I want them to work it out. I want them to work through this marriage and have children. They don't even have children yet. So my goal is to focus on them and build their marriage to what it once was, which was a loving, happy family. So, yes, guys, I'm starting small, simple dates, and as time progresses and they're going in a positive direction, then I will go big. Then they can go big with bigger dates and events. Okay, so the date has been set and Stasis agreed to it. They both are excited. Look at Buck and her thoughts. It reads, right, this is the moment. Time to see if I can actually make something happen. And maybe, just maybe, earn a little recognition for it. Wow. That is realistic for Buck to be thinking like that, especially after what him and Stasis have been through. I mean, you did a lot of convincing to make her forgive you and stay. Now you want to be recognized. Now you want to feel special. Now you want that love and chemistry again from your wife. That is pretty cool. That is sweet. And InZOi surprises me so much with the realism in this game. And oh my goodness, look at Stasis. She is turned on. She is loving her husband. That's what I want to see. Oh my God. Look at Buck and her thoughts. I wish I had a system to record these little moments, not just by accident. In Stasis' mind reads, I hope this picture of us makes the memory last as long as I do. That is so freaking cute. Look at Stasis and her thought now. Oh, that was sweet. Hope that little moment doesn't turn into something a lot. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, Stasis, but it sounds negative. Maybe you're having doubts about Buck or your relationship, but we're having a good morning. It's romantic, it's sweet. Let's keep the positive thinking going. Keep the negativity out your head, Stasis. I know what you have been through, but you have to have faith in your marriage. You have to trust and have faith in Buck. Okay, so let's not think negative. Matter of fact, let's get Stasis out of the house to get some fresh air. Buck had a desire to check his phone, so he had kind of snuck off to hide and check his phone, especially after missing that phone call from Natasha. Let's check the messages real quick. She did text him and she said, our love is a blessing that gives strength and courage. And he replied, looking into your eyes make my heart race. She replied, thank you for coming into my life. So Buck is still playing games. He wants his cake and eat it too. He is enjoying the pleasure of having two women. If one don't act right, the other one will. I don't know what it would take for Buck to realize that Stasis is all he needs. He don't need no other woman. I mean, Stasis got him feeling real good with all these emotions, yet he goes behind her back and send a couple of text messages to his side piece. I mean, Buck will never learn. I don't know what to do with him and Natasha, but these two seem irresistible right now. I don't know what can happen to keep these two from seeing each other. But you know what? I'm here for the entertainment. I'm here for the ride. We're just going with the flow and see what happens, okay? So I have Buck en route to the bank and to the flower shop. The goal is to take out some cash and buy some flowers to set up a romantic scenery for Stasis. Just a surprise romantic scenery at home for another date. Today is just the movies and a candlelit dinner. Remember, we're starting small and we're working our way up. Besides, I'm a hopeless romantic. I love flowers, money, teddy bears, and I'm pretty sure that Stasis will enjoy the small little details of romance from Buck. And I'm pretty sure that she will enjoy some cash in hand. So let's withdraw $1,000. That's a nice good amount to splurge, go shopping, do whatever, right? Okay, I can't help myself. I need to see what Miss Natasha talking about. She texts, "How is that you become even more lovable by the day?" Buck responded, "Looking into your eyes makes my heart race." She replied, "I'm so genuinely happy. No one else can understand this feeling." Well, Miss Natasha, I understand the feeling. It's called lust, my baby. Lust. This is not love. This is lust. Get that in your head. Buck hasn't done anything special for you but give you love in the bedroom. You never been in his house. He only have access to you, or you only have access to him at your crib, okay? Y'all have not been out in public together. He has not taken you out on a date. You have been nothing but a piece of meat. And I'm sorry guys for getting carried away, but I had to preach. Natasha just don't know that she is a fool, okay? She is a fool, and she's going to get her feelings hurt once Buck cuts her off. And I can't wait till that moment happens, because Buck is not leaving Stasis for her. She could dream about it. They could pretend and play house all they want. But that man, he is not leaving his wife for her, okay? So we are now at the flower shop to pick up some flowers for Stasis. And I don't know what's going on, but whoever works here is not doing their job. Why is the flower shop damn near empty? There ain't really nothing to pick from. I don't have that many choices. Well, I could always wait another day, but because I'm planning to set this romantic scenery in a couple of days, with their schedule, I need to work with what I have here. So I'm probably going to pick whichever flowers have the best quality. Um, I'm thinking those carnations will work. We're just going to purchase those. And if I want some more, I'll just come back another day. Let's just start with that for now. Okay, guys, I know I said I did not want to make this episode about Natasha, but because of her behavior of the calls and text messages, I wonder what she have going on right now. Is it something really important going on in her life that we need to know? I want to check on her. Let's check on Natasha. Okay, guys, here we are with Miss Natasha, and I see why she's blowing up Buck's phone. She have a lot going on. She's stressed, worried, and nervous about being behind on her bills and not having no home insurance, and only have $270 in her bank account. I get it, Natasha. I see why you're stalking. I would be stalking my side piece if I was struggling too, okay? And speaking of side piece, check this text message from Buck. He said, "I'm going to give you 100% commitment, unconditional love." What do you think? I'll tell you exactly what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about putting Buck's words to the test. We need to test his statement. I'm going to have Natasha invite him over. Due to her situation, she have a lot going on. She's almost homeless. She about to lose her home. She ain't got no money in her bank account. Is Buck willing to help Natasha out during tough times? I mean, Buck gets whatever he wants out of Natasha, which is pleasure. You know, he don't ask for much, but he's in a better situation than Natasha. And if he claims that he loves her and he cares about her, is he willing to be helpful and be a good friend? We shall see. We're gonna invite him over, and let's see. I know him and Stasis have a date today, but let's see if we could get him over before then. And he did agree to come over, so yes, we're about to see how this go. We're gonna put this to the test. Okay, guys, so Buck finally has arrived, 45 minutes late, but it's all good. He's here. Now, this visit is going to be short and simple. Natasha is in a dire need, so the goal here is to sweet talk Buck into helping her out to get some cash so she could take care of business. So, what we're going to be doing here is having all types of conversations, just to lean him in, open him up a little bit. And Natasha, once we get the cue, she's gonna go on in and ask for the help. So let's see how this play out. So Natasha welcomed Buck with a hug and a kiss and started their conversation with talking about her daily life, what she have going on. And I love her inner thoughts, which reads, I hope my honesty didn't make things awkward between us. So she must have opened up about the struggles that she's facing. And so far, it seemed like the conversation is going really good because Buck did not show no sign of negativity. And I also want to add, I love how her inner thoughts matches with what she have going on personally in her life. So that is really, really cool. So their friendship has gotten better. They're not too far from becoming best friends. So that means trust and more opportunities and benefits, right? Let's read their inner thoughts. But's thoughts reads, it's reassuring to know that I found a friend who doesn't judge my theories. And Natasha reads, I'm relieved that I can rely on him, but I wish I could be more open. Well, I'm going to help you with that, Natasha. We're going to have Buck sweet talk her, be all sexy with it.
Yo, my baby, I feel like you hiding something from me. What's really going on? Tell me what's up.
Baby, I told you I have a lot going on. I'm going through some tough times. But you're married, you have a wife, and you have other responsibilities. I really don't want to get you involved, baby. Bullshit, Natasha, and Buck knows that's bullshit. I'm going to have Buck continue to ask her questions and dig deep into her mental until she opens up about her financial situation. Natasha, stop fucking playing games and be honest with this man. He's your friend now, a closer friend, and he loves you. He claims that he's going to give you 100% commitment. So take advantage of that. Plus, his inner thoughts already showing signs that he's willing to help her. So he had let his guard down. We're going to switch to Natasha and have her ask Buck for some money. Hopefully, he says yes. Okay, Buck, if you really want me to be honest, I am behind on my bills. I need home insurance. I just got a new job that I'm starting in a couple of days, but I need some income in my pocket to get to payday. Are you willing to help me, baby?
Baby, I can help you. This is all I can do for now, but I'm willing to help you in the future. Just bear with me, okay?
Okay, baby, thank you so much. I truly appreciate this. Thank you. That is awesome that Buck sacrificed to help Natasha. That was truly sweet. He kept his word. He meant his word. He get bonus points. I shall let Natasha seduce him, but since Buck has a date in less than 2 hours, we're gonna have to say that for another time. But check out their inner thoughts. Bucks reads, I can't let a few missteps derail my progress. And Natasha in her thoughts reads, finally, calm, just what I needed to feel grounded after all of that. Hopefully, no one needs to know how much I've been worrying. Wow. How realistic is that, guys? I love how their inner thoughts connects with what's going on in their reality. Despite a Buck's situation with his marriage and finances, he was able to help Natasha during her toughest times. And after receiving that $2,000, Natasha became humble. Like, oh my God, this is what I love the most about InZOi. It surprises me every day, especially with this smart Zoid. Most of the time, it is on point with what's going on in the game. Okay, so what just happened, guys, is an urge of Natasha that has been fulfilled. She had again suggested Buck to getting a divorce. And this time around, Buck accepted her advice and took it into consideration. In the last episode, he rejected, he was against it, and he was not happy. Neither was Natasha. But this time around, she probably thinking that she's winning. Look at her inner thoughts. It reads, well, that's one less thing to worry about. Honestly, it's a relief to just be done with it. Oh, yes, Natasha is feeling very confident. I mean, look at how Buck is feeling. He's feeling love struck from a forbidden relief, from being asked for a divorce. Part of you had been waiting to hear those words. Now, a wave of emotion hits as you realize you don't have to hide it anymore. He's also feeling joyful for helping Natasha. So there are a lot of emotions going on between Buck and Natasha. And because of that growth in their friendship, Buck has let his guard down. He had opened up a lot more. Natasha have opened up a lot more. But The simple fact that he accepted her advice about getting a divorce, I'm kind of worried now about Buck and Stasis. Is Buck really going to take this into consideration, or is he going to have second thoughts and decide to work it out with Stasis and leave Natasha alone? But I don't know. The way their friendship is going, I don't really see these two breaking up or calling it quits anytime soon. Their bond is too strong right now. Okay, it's almost 7 o'clock, an hour until Buck and Stacy's date. However, what I would love to do before he leaves is plan a date with Natasha. This date is strictly just business. Now that he knows that she's going through some financial situations and that she just started her job, we're going to plan a date to the clothing store for her to shop and get some clothes. So the next time they meet up, he's going to have some more cash in hand for her to take care of business and have some money in her pocket. So I think that's a really cool date for Natasha. And, this is pretty much him being a good friend. It's not always about the pleasure. I'm a good friend and I'm here to help you out. You know what I'm saying? So the date is going to be planned almost a week later on a Saturday at a reasonable time, early afternoon, 2 to 3 p.m. I feel like that's appropriate for these two to be out, and that will keep them two under the radar. I don't want Stasis to grow any suspicion of Buck being a cheater or he's out doing something that he ain't supposed to be doing. So this date is going to be quick and simple, and it's business only, no pleasure involved. They're going to have to plan that way later down the road because Buck is still working on his relationship with Stasis. So, as for now, these two are just friends. We're going to work on just being friends, and the pleasure will just have to wait another time. Okay, so the date has been set. I'm going to have Buck and Natasha give their hugs and kisses and say their goodbyes, and have Buck head over to the movie theater to meet his wife. Okay, so we are at the movies with Buck and Stasis. They are watching a comedy. They having a good time. They're laughing. So their day has ended pretty well. Since it's late, the candlelit dinner has been rescheduled. Maybe around the time that we set up that romantic scenery, we'll do the candlelit dinner with that. So yes. Plus, they're full. They eating popcorn and they're fulfilled. Their hunger is fulfilled from the popcorn. So we're not going to have them overeat. I also want to add that Buck went a whole day without getting caught up in any trouble. So, him with Natasha, him being sneaky, he did a really good job of not getting caught. And the night is ended with Buck and Stasis on good terms. So, I'm really happy about that. And I can't wait to see what happens in the future with these two and with Buck and Natasha. So Buck and Stasis are finally home after a lovely night at the movies. We're going to end their night with a romantic evening, hugs and kisses, and setting a mood by the bed. And with that being said, that is the end of this gameplay session. I hope you all enjoyed. Please look forward to more shorts of this series as well as another gameplay in the near future. I want to say about a week or two. I have been working a lot, so that's why I have been a little bit behind on posting videos, but I'm going to try to be more active and post more often. If you haven't done so, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Comment below of what you would like to see. Would you like to see more of Buck and Stasis, or more of Buck and Natasha? Or would you like to see more drama? Or it could be a love story, more love than drama. Comment below and let me know.